Welcome to Misfit Mutts Garage. Today, a little bit on Emo. So poor Emo, we took her down to our Cars and Coffee about 50 miles away a couple weeks ago. And she did flawlessly all the way down, but on the way back, a little temperature gauge started to go doot, 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 towards the red. And we had an almost boil over moment. She stayed together, but yeah. It's time we dug in and fixed that. So, I have a new water pump for her, a new fan, because this one's old and grotty. And, of course, like everything else in life, once you dig, it gets worse. So, see that nice clean bit down there? Yeah. That... I sprayed it a little bit with brake clean. It was a little clean before. There's an oil leak down here. And you can tell somebody's gooped this bit quite a bit. But I think it's coming. I don't know where it's coming from. It annoys me. So we're going to look into that a little bit. I don't have the right gasket for that thing, nor do I really want to tackle that in the car. So we might just pop the end of the crank. You can't pop the end of the crank off without taking the engine mount out. So we may take some advice from a guy and just pretend we never saw that and put it back together. I would like to drive this car. It does not leak too much on the ground. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ignore that and continue on with life. So yeah, it's water pump time. Come along for the ride. See where this goes. Fan on the wrong way around. Yep, wrong way around. Not that it matters, but the freshy will look good. They are the same. Yep. Oh, this one's even more aggressive. Look this out. I mean, it's slight, but I'm an engineer. It's a little more aggressive pitch to it. I like it. Go. Well, no movement. Doesn't look terrible. Or replace it anyway. Yeah. Well, I guess it could be the distance. I don't know. I'm gonna flush it all and put it in. I put a new thermostat in. Hopefully it's not the gauge. It was acting kind of weird, so I don't think it is the gauge. I think it was getting warm. This is trash. I don't know if it's what makes this pump. I think it's just the movement, but the clearance between this chamfered face and these veins, much tighter on this pump. Much tighter. See if we can get it side by side for you. Maybe that's it. I don't know if you can tell. But we've got like 2 millimeters here and like less than 1 millimeter there. So maybe that's it. The other thing, I ordered a pump with a bypass hose. This one does not have one. So I gotta plug this up. See what we can do. And here we go. Plugged water pump, new gasket, dry because the last one was dry, so we're going dry. And I should explain, the reason I'm not too worried about this rear main seal and all that, third gear is kind of crunchy in this car. So next winter, it's all coming out. And I'll be fixing that up. And the body is going to go off to our buddy Antonio. Get some little rust fixed, the roof painted white, and some other stuff. So bear with me, because it's gonna look pretty when we're done. But I want to drive her, because I spent way too many years of my life building cars, not driving. So I want to drive. All right, it's free and clear. Nice and clean inside, no buildup, looks good. Slap her back in. Got some of this, stuff, extended life, pre-diluted, antifreeze and coolant. Do not add water. Get in the zone, yo. All right, so this should allow me to put a lot of this in and mix. Now I went for the everything car versus the green stuff because we have an aluminum radiator and a steel block. And if you don't use the right coolant, they will eat each other. I don't like that. So, going to fill this up, release, and what this allows you to do is fill your car. If you hear anything dribbling, leaking, you can quickly stop. You also can't hear it leaking because that's leaking, but I'm looking, nothing going. And then you can leave a head of pressure on it, and that will allow you start the car and burp the system. Alright, you usually start easier than that. What's going on, little car? Come on. Okay, hold on.
I can tell you I should have put a spacer on the other side. Yeah, that.
Disconnect this so I can close the trunk, get the fuels out of the garage. Woo!
Double check timing while this is going on.
Have you seen a more awkward human being in your life than me? Probably not. I just wait for it to come up to 10. I wish my headlights work so I could go for a drive. But they don't, so I can't. So she's been running for a while. Let's turn on some lights for you. Temperature gauge won't go above that. It's pretty good. I'm happy. So, should we turn off the lights?
It's running really good. Put the stopper in the thing. Turn her off, remove that, call it a night.
Minty. Minty, minty, minty. Awesome. Alright. Guys can stay here and watch me probably burn myself. Should be fun. Yeah, that's it's hot. It's a hot potato. Alright. So the thing comes with me. And because there's some dirty chunks in there, I'm going to dump this into my dump. Best tool ever. Alright, that's the night. Have a good one.